The firearms industry operated on one economic rule for over a decade. Capability carries a premium. Performance pistols belong at the top of the pricing structure, and manufacturers enforced that ceiling deliberately. That pricing architecture just collapsed. Not a sale, not a seasonal adjustment. A structural collapse driven by import competition, oversupply, and manufacturing efficiency the legacy brands never anticipated. 8 powerful pistols, pricing that dismantles every assumption about what performance should cost. Here's what your money was actually paying for. This video is for educational purposes only and does not promote harm or unsafe use of firearms. Number 8. Browning High Power. The Browning High Power feels like one of the biggest hidden steals in the handgun market right now. For decades, this pistol carried legendary status, military service across the globe, iconic John Browning heritage, and a reputation for elegance modern handguns rarely match. But now, in 2026, pistol prices have shifted hard, and suddenly firearms once considered untouchable collector pieces are landing within reach of ordinary shooters again. That's exactly why the high power is dominating conversations all over again. The slim steel frame still feels incredible in the hand, balancing naturally with a level of refinement many polymer pistols simply cannot replicate. The single-action trigger delivers a crisp mechanical break that rewards disciplined shooting, while the recoil impulse stays smooth and controlled despite the pistol's age. What really shocks newer shooters is how modern the design still feels. High-capacity magazines, excellent ergonomics, and instinctive pointability make the high power surprisingly competitive even against current defensive handguns. But the real reason this pistol matters now is value. Years ago, owning a quality high power felt like entering collector territory. Today, collapsing prices have reopened the door for shooters who always wanted a historic fighting pistol without paying luxury-level money. The Browning High Power isn't just surviving in 2026. It's returning as one of the smartest buys in the entire handgun market. Number 7. Beretta 92 FS. The Beretta 92 FS suddenly feels dangerous again in 2026, and not because the pistol changed, but because the market did. For years, this legendary handgun carried a reputation as a premium full-size sidearm tied to military history and old-school craftsmanship. Then prices started collapsing across the handgun world, and now one of the most battle-proven pistols ever built is sitting within reach of shooters who once thought it was out of budget. That changes everything. The 92 FS still carries the same unmistakable silhouette that dominated military holsters for decades. The open-slide design cycles with incredible smoothness, reducing malfunctions while giving the pistol a mechanical rhythm modern striker-fired guns often lack. In the hand, the alloy frame balances recoil beautifully, turning rapid follow-up shots into a fluid shooting experience rather than a violent one. The double-action/single-action trigger system feels deliberate and disciplined, giving the firearm a personality built around control instead of shortcuts. But here's where things become impossible to ignore. While newer pistols chase trends with optics cuts and aggressive slide serrations, the 92 FS continues doing what made it legendary in the first place, running reliably under pressure. Now that prices have dropped, shooters are realizing they can own a proven military-grade sidearm for less than many trendy polymer carry guns. The Beretta 92 FS no longer feels like an expensive classic. It feels like one of the smartest handgun purchases left in 2026. Number 6. Shadow Systems CR920XL. The Shadow Systems CR920XL feels like proof that premium tactical pistols are no longer locked behind outrageous price tags. Just a few years ago, firearms in this category lived in the dream gun territory. Custom features, elite-level ergonomics, and optics-ready performance usually meant spending serious money. But in 2026, pistol prices have shifted hard, and suddenly the CR920XL is becoming one of the most tempting concealed carry deals on the market. This pistol was built for shooters who want compact dimensions without sacrificing fighting capability. The extended slide and compensated feel of the platform keep recoil surprisingly flat, making rapid defensive shooting feel controlled instead of frantic. The aggressive grip texture locks the firearm into your hand under stress, while the trigger delivers a crisp break with a fast reset that rewards speed and accuracy. Everything about the CR920XL feels purpose-built for modern defensive use, from the optics-ready slide to the enhanced frame ergonomics inspired by duty-grade combat pistols. But what makes this handgun dominate now is value. A pistol that once competed in the high-end tactical category is suddenly landing near the price range of ordinary carry guns. That changes how people look at concealed carry firearms completely. The CR920XL gives shooters premium-level refinement, reliability, and modern tactical capability without demanding custom gun money anymore. In 2026, that combination feels almost unfair. Number 5. CZP-01 Omega. The CZP-01 Omega has always carried a quiet reputation among serious shooters, a compact metal-framed pistol trusted by people who care more about performance than internet hype. But now that handgun prices are collapsing in 2026, this once underrated tactical masterpiece suddenly feels like one of the smartest buys in the entire market. The first thing you notice is balance. The alloy frame gives the pistol enough weight to absorb recoil smoothly without becoming bulky or exhausting to carry. Every shot feels controlled, deliberate, and incredibly stable for a compact defensive handgun. The Omega trigger system adds another layer of refinement, offering a smoother double-action pull and a cleaner single-action break than many shooters expect from a production pistol. That combination makes the P01 Omega feel precise instead of rushed, like a firearm engineered for professionals who value accuracy under pressure. Reliability is another reason this pistol continues dominating long after newer guns arrive. The NATO-tested platform earned its reputation through brutal endurance standards, proving it could survive hard use without losing consistency. But here's why the timing matters now. Pistols with this level of engineering and durability used to sit comfortably in premium territory. Today, falling prices have pushed the CZP-01 Omega into reach of ordinary shooters who want something stronger than disposable polymer carry guns. In 2026, this compact CZ feels less like a compromise and more like a hidden tactical bargain waiting to be discovered. Number 4. Smith & Wesson M&P Shield X. The Smith & Wesson M&P Shield X feels like the kind of pistol that arrived at exactly the right moment. As handgun prices continue collapsing across the market in 2026, compact defensive pistols are becoming more competitive than ever, and the Shield X suddenly stands out as a serious value weapon instead of just another concealed carry option. Built around the proven M&P platform, this handgun combines slim dimensions with the kind of shootability most micro-compacts struggle to achieve. The grip texture bites into the hand aggressively, giving the shooter immediate control during rapid fire, while the low-bore axis helps keep recoil flatter than expected for such a lightweight platform. The trigger feels cleaner and sharper than older Shield generations, offering a crisp break that makes accurate follow-up shots feel natural instead of forced. What really separates the Shield X from cheaper carry guns is confidence under pressure. The slide cycles with smooth consistency, the controls feel intuitive, and the overall design avoids the fragile, overcomplicated feeling that plagues many modern compact pistols. But now, the market has shifted. A firearm carrying genuine defensive credibility and law enforcement-level reliability is suddenly landing near entry-level price ranges. That changes the entire concealed carry conversation. In 2026, the M&P Shield X isn't just competing with budget pistols, it's overpowering them by delivering premium defensive performance at a price that feels almost impossible compared to what shooters paid only a few years ago. Number 3. Zev OZ9 Compact. The Zev OZ9 Compact was once the kind of pistol most shooters only admired from behind a glass counter. Premium slide work, match-grade performance, aggressive ergonomics, and custom-level engineering pushed it into a price category that felt unreachable for everyday buyers. But 2026 changed the market completely. As pistol prices continue collapsing, the OZ9 Compact suddenly feels less like a luxury firearm and more like one of the biggest tactical bargains available today. The moment you rack the slide, the quality becomes obvious. Everything feels tight, deliberate, and incredibly refined, almost like the pistol was machined from a single piece of metal. The steel receiver system inside the frame gives the handgun a balanced, planted feel under recoil, allowing rapid shots to track flatter than many standard polymer pistols. The trigger is where the OZ9 truly separates itself. Clean break, short reset, and a level of responsiveness that rewards aggressive shooting speed without sacrificing control. The grip angle and texture lock naturally into the hand, creating the feeling of a custom-fitted fighting pistol designed for hard use rather than casual range sessions. But what makes this handgun dominate in 2026 is value collapse. Pistols with this level of refinement used to cost dramatically more than mainstream defensive guns. Now, shooters are realizing they can own near-custom tactical performance without entering the world of outrageous premium pricing. Number 2. Shadow Systems DR92O. The Shadow Systems DR92O feels like a pistol built for shooters who wanted Glock reliability but demanded something more aggressive, more refined, and far more tactical straight out of the box. A few years ago, owning a DR920 meant stepping into premium territory where custom-style performance came with a brutal price tag. But in 2026, collapsing handgun prices changed the equation completely. Now this combat-ready pistol is landing in a range that suddenly makes ordinary duty guns look overpriced. The DR920 was engineered with hard-use defensive shooting in mind. The slide cuts reduce weight without sacrificing strength. The optics-ready system integrates seamlessly into the design, and the frame ergonomics feel dramatically more refined than traditional polymer pistols. Under recoil, the gun tracks flat and returns to target with impressive speed, making rapid follow-up shots feel smooth and controlled. The trigger delivers a crisp, responsive break that encourages aggressive shooting instead of cautious pacing. But what really separates the DR920 is confidence during extended use. This pistol feels built to survive heavy training cycles, rough handling, and real-world defensive abuse without losing consistency. And now, the value shift makes it impossible to ignore. What was once considered a high-end tactical dream gun is suddenly accessible to ordinary shooters looking for elite-level capability without custom shop prices. In 2026, the Shadow Systems DR920 doesn't just compete with mainstream duty pistols. It makes many of them feel outdated. Number 1. Colt M1911. The Colt M1911 was dominating battlefields before most modern pistols even existed, and somehow, in 2026, it still refuses to fade away. What makes the current market so shocking is that falling handgun prices have pushed this legendary warhorse back into reach for ordinary shooters again. For years, quality 1911s carried premium pricing tied to craftsmanship, history, and collector demand. Now, suddenly, one of the most respected fighting pistols ever built feels attainable again. And that changes everything. The moment you grip a proper M1911, the difference becomes obvious. The steel frame carries weight and authority, while the slim profile fits naturally into the hand, despite firing the powerful .4 5A CP cartridge. The single-action trigger remains one of the greatest ever engineered, breaking with a precision and crispness many modern striker-fired pistols still cannot replicate. Under recoil, the pistol delivers a heavy, rolling push rather than the sharp snap common in lightweight polymer handguns, making follow-up shots feel surprisingly controlled. But the real power of the M1911 is legacy. Soldiers trusted this platform through world wars, close-quarters combat, and decades of service because it worked when lives depended on it. Now, with prices collapsing across the handgun market, outrow. The handgun market changed fast in 2026, and suddenly pistols that once felt expensive, untouchable, or premium only are landing in the hands of everyday shooters. From legendary war pistols to modern tactical monsters, these firearms prove one thing: real value appears when powerful guns stop carrying inflated prices. Now I want to hear from you. Which pistol on this list would you buy first before prices climb again? Drop your answer below, subscribe, and stay locked in for more cinematic firearm breakdowns.